The life that is opening in front of you is so big, so full, so expansive, that the memory of struggle is already beginning to blur. Shock is the right word for what comes next, the kind of shock that makes people rub their eyes and look twice, the kind that makes former doubters whisper your name in rooms you will never enter again. The good life is not approaching quietly, it is arriving with momentum, and once it arrives, the old identity dissolves on contact. This shift did not come from luck. It came from years of pressure that would have folded most people. It came from choosing dignity when bitterness was easier. It came from staying grounded when chaos tried to pull your roots out. The composure you held when everything was unstable built the stability you now stand on. That restraint became the foundation of your rise. Back then, it looked like you were falling behind. Now it is clear you were being positioned. What once looked like delays were actually detours around traps. The same situations that felt like punishment were secretly preparation. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every closed door redirected you closer to what now feels inevitable. There was a time when survival was the only goal. Now growth is the standard. The era of barely getting by has ended. You no longer manage life from fear. You manage it from vision. The old version of you reacted to problems. This version of you anticipates outcomes and moves with intention. The difference now is awareness. Time is no longer spent impulsively. Energy is no longer donated to empty causes. Every hour is either building, resting with purpose, or preparing the next elevation. That alone separates you from who you used to be. The life that once overwhelmed you became the classroom that shaped you. You learned people, you learned patterns, you learned how money flows, how trust works, how boundaries protect peace. You learned the cost of access. You learned discernment the hard way, and that education now pays dividends daily. What hurt you also trained you to heal. The same experiences that once broke your spirit now fuel your capacity to restore others. Many people are unable to process pain without becoming bitter. You processed pain into wisdom. That transformation alone makes you rare. The value you now bring into rooms is not accidental. You became a solution because you once lived the problem. You became clarity because you survived confusion. And now people find direction simply by being in your presence. That is why your influence continues to expand quietly but powerfully. Elevation follows contribution. As you add value to lives, life multiplies value back to you. Expansion responds to service. Abundance responds to alignment. The increase you see is not random generosity from the universe. It is an energetic audit being balanced. Scarcity no longer defines your thinking. You discovered that you are not waiting on supply. You are the source. You learned that what flows outward always finds its way back multiplied. That awareness alone makes lack impossible to sustain. The heart remains kind, but the boundaries have become unbreakable. Compassion no longer comes with self-betrayal. Generosity no longer includes access without accountability. This is wisdom in motion. Negativity now dies at the door. Drama no longer finds you interesting. Manipulation now finds you unavailable. Peace is no longer optional. It is the baseline of your existence. The old life fades not because it is forgotten intentionally, but because it becomes irrelevant emotionally. The memories lose emotional charge. The pain loses power. The names lose weight. The new life becomes so full that there is no space left for the old story. Those who once misunderstood you now struggle to understand your altitude. The same individuals who expected your dependence now watch your independence with quiet disbelief. Not because you announced your growth, but because your life announced it for you. The good life does not arrive gently. It arrives with contrast. It exposes who believed, who doubted, who supported, and who silently hoped for your failure. That exposure is part of the reward. Relationships begin to reflect your worth instead of your wounds. Home becomes a place of peace instead of tension. Finances stabilize where chaos once lived. Security replaces survival. Confidence replaces questioning. The mind becomes quiet where noise once dominated. The heart becomes settled where anxiety once ruled. The future becomes exciting where fear once lived. This is the recalibration that follows genuine inner work. You no longer chase validation. Recognition now chases you. You no longer explain your value. Your results introduce you for you. The upgrade continues because identity has changed at the root. You no longer tolerate what contradicts your destiny. You no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You no longer wait for permission to rise. This is the era where the good life overshadows every difficult season that came before. The past does not vanish, it simply loses authority. The future now holds the microphone. If this message connected with where you are right now, stay connected to this channel. New messages like this are released regularly to strengthen, guide, and elevate you. Subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next. And now let's pray together. May strength continue to rise in the hearts of those stepping into new seasons. May clarity replace confusion. May confidence replace hesitation. May every hidden tear now be exchanged for public triumph. May every silent struggle now be transformed into permanent victory. May peace guard every mind that once battled restlessness. May stillness replace stress. May rest replace exhaustion. May abundance flow without strain. May provision arrive without anxiety. May stability root itself in every area of life. May wisdom increase with every decision. May discernment protect every boundary. May alignment guide every step forward. May healing touch every emotional scar that time alone could not reach. May forgiveness remove hidden weights from the soul. May courage rise when fear attempts to return. May boldness overpower doubt. May vision remain clear under pressure. May relationships reflect growth and not old trauma. May connections elevate rather than drain. May energy remain pure. May every seed once planted in pain now return as purpose. May every lesson now operate as leadership. May the life unfolding now exceed every former limitation. May overflow replace survival permanently.